All right, we're back. This is the September edition of our Love Cape Ann update. I'm Ken Riehl, CEO of what is now the Greater Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce. We're going to talk about that. It's very exciting. And with me today are
Susan Gould-Coviello. I'm the Executive Director of the North Shore Health Project, Director of Cape Ann Plein Air, large plein air event happening in October around Cape Ann, and I'm this year's Chamber President. And I would love to welcome, for the first time on the big screen, Lisa Shanko. Lisa, will you please introduce yourself?
Sure, I'm Lisa Shanko. I'm a commercial loan officer at Bank Gloucester, and I am a past vice president of the former Ipswich Chamber of Commerce, and I'm a director for the Greater Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce. And I'm also two-time past president of the Ipswich Riehl Rotary Club.
Oh, I didn't know that. Good to know.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was the Ipswich Rowley. That's awesome.
Yeah, we're changing the name.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of businesses now from Rowley.
Sure.
Well, on that theme, we do indeed have big news. And Susan, I know this has been just a main priority for you in your presidential year. Do you want to launch into it?
Sure. So I'm sure that everybody knows, but you're going to hear it right from all of the horses' mouths right now, that after 6 months or so of working with the Ipswich Chamber of Commerce, meeting with them, doing our due diligence with the board, reaching out to members of the community in Ipswich, we have finally come to an agreement, and Ipswich is now part of the Greater Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce. And Ken and I could not be more thrilled from the Cape Ann Chamber's perspective. Ken and I met early on this year, maybe last year. We had both been thinking about it. It was in the minds of some other board members over the years. It made so much sense that when the Ipswich board reached out to us and said, hey, how about a collaboration? We knew that the time was right. So we went ahead and worked with Lisa, a couple of Paulas, Ray, lots of wonderful people over in Ipswich that made up their board. They were a much smaller chamber. They did not have quite the resources to be able to offer as much as the current, as the past Cape Ann Chamber could offer. And it just made a whole lot of sense to sort of bring the entities together. So the paperwork is signed, it is drying, I believe. Yeah. And we are moving forward as a Greater Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce. And I'd like to invite Lisa to sort of speak to what it means for Lisa, what it means for the town of Ipswich and their businesses, and what she has to look forward to as a member of a current member of the Greater Cape Ann Chamber Board of Directors. So Lisa, why don't you talk to us a little bit about what this means to Ipswich?
Sure, this is a fantastic opportunity for the Ipswich business people. I've been on the board of directors for the Ipswich Chamber for about 10 years. And we've had offices come and go, directors come and go. We all have the same goal, was to help these local business people. But unfortunately, it was all volunteers. We didn't have one paid person on our team that could really totally focus on the different events and the activities that we wanted to offer. So year after year, we would sit there and we would have a little plan. And then the next year comes and we didn't get things done. And so finally, during everything that happened with COVID, we realized this is time. We cannot allow this to go on. These businesses in Ipswich deserve more. They deserve better. And then I started with Bank Gloucester in December of 2019. And I went to one of your mixers and everybody was happy, and the leaders were so vibrant and excited. And I went back to my chamber and I said, we have to get in touch with these people. They're amazing. This is what we want in Ipswich. We want people to have fun. That's why they're going to those events. They're learning things, they're getting resources, they're connecting, they're networking. And as Susan said, about 6 months ago, we got together and the officers and directors of the Ipswich Chamber knew right away this was who we wanted to merge into. This was the perfect fit. And the business people that I've been talking to so far are so excited. They've looked through the directory thinking, oh, next year I'm going to be able to be in this. And, you know, Ken is going to come and speak with our Rotary Club. There's been press releases. So I just couldn't be happier.
That's great, Lisa. What a great wrap up. I really think that that really encompasses the whole past 6 months. And we're so happy and that we're in the position to be able to welcome a new community. And we were able to do that because of the Ken's hard work in creating a new position. So maybe we want to talk about that a little bit. Ken, you can sort of talk about Olivia's new position in the whole picture and how we've sort of moved forward to make sure that we have a presence, a strong presence in Ipswich, at least at the beginning, and certainly on a very regular basis.
Yeah, I'd be pleased to do that. That's a great lead in, and I can't wait to go to some of these events. They sound like a lot of fun.
You need small, my friend. They're not so much fun when you have to
We
run
have
them.
one today at the House of Castle. It's going to be awesome.
That's right.
And
That's
let's
right.
not forget the welcoming event, but we'll get to that. Yeah, so you know, we've got a small staff. We do have actually several full-time and part-time people at the chamber. We do a heck of a lot of work with our team, but we recognize that, especially with Ipswich coming on, that's a lot of additional work and responsibility, and we can't do it with the current staff. So it allows us and has allowed us to create a new staff position, community relations director, and Olivia Perez-Odess, who's done such a great job for us in membership, is moved into that position. And we've hired a new membership person, Sam Bevins. So we now have another position specifically to help to integrate Ipswich, but we'll look out over all 5 of our communities in a way that we haven't been able to do to date, which is to really get involved on a day-to-day basis with the communities themselves. The job is to be in the communities, not to be here behind a computer. So it's a great opportunity that Ipswich brings to us to allow us to increase services for all of our members, and communities as a whole will benefit. We're also looking forward to getting to know the Ipswich town management, you know, Tony Marino over there, and the Board of Selectmen, and setting up meetings with them right now. And the schools, we do a lot with the local schools. So we'll be inviting in the Ipswich school system to join with our education mission and work. And as you said, we are going to join Rotary and some of the local community groups there as well. So really looking forward to getting very involved in what will be our second largest community. Population is about 14,000, which is you know, a little bit larger than Rockport. So it's a big, exciting opportunity for the Greater Cape Ann Chamber.
So Ken, why don't we talk about the welcoming event? So the big event that we're planning in Ipswich for September 2nd.
Yeah, that'll be our first event in Ipswich, and where better to do it than at a local, very popular brewery, and that of course is True North Ale. We also love Ipswich Ale, and they've been members for quite a while. True North are the new kids on the block, and they're doing a great job. And we want to do it outside. So True North has an outside tented area, and that is going to be Thursday, September 2nd. We invite our full membership to join, and frankly, prospective members. If you're not a member of our chamber yet, check us out. We would like you to register with us. We'll need a head count, but this is open to the entire business community to get to know us and for us to get to know you. And so that's going to be our first exciting event next week.
So Ken, if they're not members, and so they're not necessarily on a mailing list, how are we going to get the word out that they can register to come? Because we really do want to meet the members. We want to meet prospective members. We want the Board of Selectmen to come. We want interested townspeople to come who really want to know more about the Greater Cape Ann Chamber. So how do we do that?
They should contact the chamber. Call us at 978-283-1601 is our telephone number, or email us at info@capeannchamber.com.
Okay.
That's the best way to do it.
Great.
Thank you both for that.
We're so excited. It's so exciting.
Very
thank you for your hard work on this. And thank the Ipswich board for their hard work on this. It was an emotional time for the Ipswich board, and we so appreciated the very candid conversations that we had with you. We really look forward to working with you, Lisa.
Oh, we are just so excited to be working with you. This is what we've wanted for a long time, and now it finally happened with the perfect partners. So thank you.
Great, thank you.
I also wanted to shout out to Mary Foothill, the treasurer there on the Ipswich board, has been very, very helpful on this. Works at Institution for Savings. So thank you very much, Mary. And Ron Elkin is another Ipswich board member who's come over to our board, and he's been terrific as well.
Yep.
So let's talk quickly. Why don't we just go right into what's coming up, because we have a big weekend in front of us, Schooner Festival weekend. And so Thursday of next week is our welcoming reception. Friday is our second block party in Gloucester. And then Schooner Festival weekend has just become the iconic event to end the summer over the Labor Day weekend. Chamber created that event. Maritime Gloucester now leads it in partnership with a lot of organizations around the community, including the Chamber. And Michael DeCoster, the executive director there, has done such a terrific job with that. Even in these days of pandemic uncertainty, we have 24 schooners coming to our harbor, which is fantastic. And that's going to be a big weekend again. Kudos to Daisy Nell, who leads that committee. And it's truly a fun committee to be on. So that this weekend, that Labor Day weekend, we'll also have a parade of sail, and we'll have fireworks that are downtown over Gloucester Harbor. Just a big weekend here for Cape Ann. And then we go into September. And September is another big month for us, with more networking events, and the iconic for us and so important is our small businesses. And we celebrate small business and honor small business in the region by doing a small business week. And so normally we do that in June, but this year we're doing it in September. We moved it because of the pandemic. And Susan, you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So we have a new community. We're welcoming Ipswich to the Small Business Person of the Year week. We have receptions every night during the week of September 20th. There'll be one in each community, and each community will present their Small Business Person of the Year. Each community gets to choose their own recipient. I don't think we're making the recipients known quite yet.
Quite yet. They have been selected. We know who they are.
Right. We just need a little confirmation.
Wonderful list again.
It's a wonderful list of local people who impact the community, both through their business and what they do during their workday, but also what they do for the community outside the workday. It's a wonderful list. I'm really excited about who is being honored. And then, of course, there's a big lunch that we have at the end of all of the small business receptions during the week. We're going to have a big luncheon where we will honor the recipients, as well as students who have gotten awards from the Cape Ann Community Foundation grants.
Scholarship programs, yep.
Scholarship program through that. So it's a very big week. It's a huge honor. I have to say that my husband and I were honored back in the early days when Austin was 3 years old, I think. It was a while ago. So much fun. What a wonderful reception. It's such an honor. And business is just, the business people really love and deserve the recognition. Yeah,
that's right. It is one of the most rewarding things that we do personally and professionally, because the families of the recipients celebrate with us, and it's just so often emotional and just rewarding to be able to raise these people up who have been working with their heads down for years, sometimes decades, without any recognition at all, and to honor them for their work and their community service. Just a wonderful week. The Friday luncheon right now may not be the Friday of that week. We may have to delay it a week because of a venue challenge, but we'll announce that shortly. We'll have the recipients announced probably in our Soundings newsletter next week.
And we're being very very cognizant of COVID. No matter what the restrictions are, and depending on what restrictions might come, we are looking at doing all of the events outside. So we don't want to be inside. We want people to come and feel comfortable at the receptions and at the luncheon. So it takes a little bit of scheduling, and this is all, of course, COVID dependent, if some, depending on what the Massachusetts chooses to do regarding gatherings, what just remains to be seen. But for right now, it's a go, and where everything's going to be outside, which is great.
Yeah, indeed. And then we go right into October. We'll just touch on that. We are saddened to say that our another iconic event, our Clam Fest in Essex, we're having to cancel this year for a number of reasons, not the least of which is there's some work planned around that site on that weekend. And also it's hard to get the restaurants right now to commit to do a clam chowder competition. We don't want to put any additional stress on these businesses than they already have, especially with worker shortages. And so we're going to take a break this year and come back bigger and better in 2022. The other thing that's happening in October is our $25,000 game, where we're literally going to give away $25,000. We will do that. We are looking to do that live. We're probably going to limit capacity depending on where we do it. But the last year we've done everything virtual, but we want to get back into a live event. So more to follow on that, and the tickets will be available very soon.
Oh, and did you say Cape Ann Plein Air?
Oh, Susan, I left that for you.
We're going to talk about this also in September, but I just want to give everyone a heads up that Cape Ann Plein Air outdoor painting festival that happens over the course of October 3rd through the 11th is happening all over the 4 communities. The locale of the 4 communities of Cape Ann, Manchester, Essex, Rockport, and Gloucester. 35 world-renowned artists come to paint for a week. We set their art up at the beautiful new YMCA that we're so excited to be partnering with the Y to have a gala there on Saturday the 9th. Then on Monday, we have a quick draw where we'll have 120 artists painting all over the place down near Maritime Gloucester. There's events all during the week. The calendar will very shortly be up on our website, www.capeannpleinair.com. Lots of sponsorships. We have wonderful support from the communities. It's a wonderful event. We're one of the top 5 plein air events in the country. And after having to put it off in 2020, we're thrilled to be welcoming our artists back for 2021. Thanks for letting me get that little plug in there. I'll do it again next month.
Love it. And next month, we'll do a feature on it.
Great.
In fact, we should talk about bringing in one of the artists or organizers.
Sure.
Feature it.
Sure.
Good idea.
Well, guys, I think that's about a wrap. Anything else you guys want to end with, or are we done?
I just want.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just looking forward to seeing everybody tonight at the Business After Hours. Register if you want to go to the Hammond Castle.
Yes, and I just want to thank all of you again from the Board of Directors and the offices of the Ipswich Chamber of Commerce. And we are really looking forward to merging in with you guys. So thank you so much for all your hard work. You kept on everything until you made it happen. So great job.
Well, thank you.
You're
welcome.
welcome.
Without you and the board. It's been great.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. Thanks a lot. We'll see you again next month.
Bye, everybody.
Take care.
Bye.